Happy New Year. Hi there. This is our first peak of the week of 2022. I took a couple of weeks off. Maybe you noticed, maybe you didn't. I have a question for you. How curious are you? How curious are you? How open are you to new ideas and new things all around you? You know, children do this really, really well, right? They're very curious. What's this? If you're around a child or you have children around you or you have your own children, they're always curious. They're always asking questions. What's this? Mommy, what's this? Daddy, what's this? How does this work? What do you do with this? And they break things because they're trying to figure it out. They're open and they're curious and they're learning. So over the last couple of years, I've been spending quite a bit of time with Pablo Picasso's art. Because we have a big event coming up on February the 5th called the Blue Experience, Navigating Life After Loss. Not what we're talking about here, but that's why I've been spending a lot of time in looking into Pablo Picasso's art. I love this quote of his. Listen to this. He said, now remember, Pablo Picasso is the artist that, hey guys, I can see you here, is the artist that does the cubism, right? Just Google him, look at his stuff. Just cubism. So it's really interesting. It's really kind of crazy and you sort of scratch your head and go, what's going on here? I love this quote and it helps you get a little insight into Picasso. He said, it took me 4 years to paint like Raphael, but a lifetime to paint like a child. That's fabulous. Here's the way Jesus says it, okay? In Matthew, I've been in the book of Matthew lately, I'll tell you that, and I'm loving it for many reasons, but just listen to this. In chapter 18, Jesus says to all the disciples around him, in chapter 18, I'm going to say verse 2, 3, and 4. He says, Jesus called a little child to him and placed the child among them, the disciples. And he said, truly, I tell you, unless you change, Jesus said, and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. I love this verse. Therefore, whoever takes the lowly position of this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Now, what's he saying there? Well, many things, but let me just hone in on one. You have to be humble. Let's say it this way. You have to be humble in order to be curious. See, if you're fixed and you're rigid and you're a know-it-all and you always have to be the expert, you're always the teacher, you are definitely not open. You are definitely not wowed by people right in front of you. Gets us into a lot of trouble, right? We cannot cross boundary lines. We cannot include. We cannot enjoy people, all kinds of people, if we are fixed and rigid and experts and stick in the muds, stuck in our ways. We cannot stay open. We cannot stay curious. And Jesus is saying, and I love the way Picasso said it too. It's like, yeah. I'm still learning to do my thing. You going into 2022 will never be able to enter into the kingdom of heaven, Jesus says. And he's talking about humility, but he's talking about staying open and curious because there are kingdom things. When he says kingdom things, that's the reign of God, the rule of God, or heaven brought down. You will miss it. You're going to miss it. You're going to miss it in people right in front of you if you're always the expert. You are the know-it-all instead of staying open and curious and going, wow, listen to this. Tell me more. Help me understand. And you do it with children, and you do it with pets, and you do it with experts, you do it with people above you, you do it with people below you, however you define above and below. You do it with everyone. You do it with your sibling, your parent, your spouse, your child, right in front of your face when they're having a meltdown. And you feel like, what do I do with this? You stay open. You stay interested. You stay curious. And Jesus says, now you're onto something. Now, being like a child, with that beautiful humility of openness and curiosity, now you're getting it. Now you will begin to see the kingdom of God, the reign of God, heaven brought down everywhere. You can do that in 2022. This is Peak of the Week, your shot of spiritual caffeine to get you over the hump of the week. It's my first time doing it in the last couple of weeks, first time doing it in 2022. Cannot wait to spend time with you guys. Looking forward to, always, your comments. I want to hear from you. And I'm just excited about this new year. God bless you. Good to see you all.